So hi guys, welcome to my video project over there. Since this is the first video when I show collect project in website analysis. So how to explain to you how the project works, how it is conclusion in this project. So I'll just take you to the overview of the project. Is that first of all, what is the main aim of the project is to involve analyzing the HTTP dataset, which contains approximately 1 year's worth of HTTP requests to the University of Calgary Computer Science web server. So I will be working with the real world web server of data to extract meaningful insights and demonstrate Python data analytics skills over there. So let's go with this. Yeah. So first of all, this project is divided into multiple steps over there, as you see my screen. I've opened Google Colab, have been deployed all this code to the Google Colab screen with me. So I'm explaining all the basic libraries and what are the requirements that have been fulfilled in this project and how things goes down. So let's go on. So the first step is that we are downloading the data set over there. So before that, we are including some basic libraries and setup for this project. So I have been including Pandas library, gzip library for fetching the data set from the different URL. I'm including as shell libraries and probably database will be using that we explain at the end of this video. The main libraries that from collections include default counter. Okay, so first of all, I've been executed this library. This cell has been executed perfectly. So we want to go next slide over there, next cell over there. So I've been downloading the video set and URL that is mentioned over there, or the Regex .gz file over there. So I've been using the URL equity and instead that I've pasted over there a link of the data set, and I've been requesting to that URL to retrieve a specific data set from that file. So let's run the cell and see how it goes on. So the cell is going to only go there. So let's look. Yes, perfect. Data set has been downloaded, so we can view file from this file, which is left side panel. Okay. So yes, character access log.json file has been deployed with the specific directory. So moving on to the next cell. Okay, after downloading that data file while using FTP server, so we are reading that gz file over there. Okay, so the basic Python gzip module required. So we have included, as you mentioned that I have mentioned over there, import gzip module Python library is very important over here to read and load that gzip file over there. Okay, so I have used Python gzip module to decompress the log file and read its content, and by reading its content it decode from bytes to text and split into individual lines over here. Okay, so I have been run this cell again to show you how things goes on. Yes, we have been decoded from bytes to text. So the output is total log lines loaded 7267398. So I'm moving to the next cell, the fourth step. I have been parsing the log files after decoding into the text file. We are passing the log lines over there. So the basic and the main function of this passing the log line is that we define a regular expression to extract useful fields like host, okay, timestamp, and statistical method and requested files and response to the file size over there. So then we have defined a function over there, and after defining the function, we are passing each line accordingly, as I've been mentioning you here. It's been passing the log line from a sparse log line from above has been declared. If we find a sparse log line into this that have been highlighted over there. So I've been run this cell. So let's see what happens. Each cell is fully validated, perfect. Already pause increases the how the range goes on from this. Okay, so the next step is we have filtering valid logs, and we have converted that path log to data frame and to view. So after converting byte to text and converting it from password lines, we have converted password to data frame. So we are applying some filtering valid logs over there. Okay, so the PC we are applying each line to filter out irrelevant entries over there if it encounters. So first of all, we will look what data entries have been shown over there. I have used this df underscore logs to define the data frame, and now we passed this theoretical data production. Okay, what the entries have been mentioned below for equation as you have seen. So moving to the main assessment goal from this is that you have to mention several questions. How how total number of log records have been visited in that URL. So first of all, answering that analysis question, we simply count how many valid log entries we have. So we have used a length function with there to pass the logs, because log passed underscore logs contain all log entries over there. Okay, so by running this, we will get how many valid log entries we have. Okay, so we have around 72,000, so 7,24,910 entries over there in that previous set. So moving to the next question, we have to count how many unique hosts we have in that particular data set. So I've been defining, we are extracting all unique IP addresses over there from this. And we have to find how many different users access the web server there. So I've been declared host equal to set log function over there. I'm using log host method. For into this, I've been calculating the total length of host. So the basic and the main aim is to count what number of unique hosts we have. So clean by the survey got to know that there are two number of hosts, unique hosts present over there. So coming back to our next questions is that how many data wise unique file names the count we have encountered in the data set. So we basically have been using data wise files into deploying to default study and set method over there. So now passing the log files in the past log and it underscore frame is the main date underscore is to define the log date time, the frame time over there. So this thing, how things go on your storage. Perfect. So we have got the detail wise unique files that we have 24 October 1994, the unique file which is highlighted to 228.228 number. Okay. Going for the next question, that how many HTTP weights for response you have been answered in this data set. So again, we have defining, we have calculating using some function we have got for past underscore logs. If logs is there is 404, so it will directly calculate what number of 404 entry we have that data set. So again, volume, but we have around 23,586 404 responses in our data set. Going to the next question was we have to leave top 15 file names with 404 responses. So basically the main aim is to fetch the top 15 file names with having 404 responses. So first of all, we declare this file name equals to 404. We use counter function to log that file name into that class logs method. So if the log status says that it is a 404, it will calculate and it will count that specific file with it. Okay, so I will running this cell again. Let's see. Yes, we've got what kind of files do we have in 404 responses or HTML extensions we have been used 404.6 number of response. The next question is what how many we have to answer top 15 file extensions 404 responses. So after this one we have to leave top 15 files name the 404 response. In this question we have to leave extensions which have 404 responses. So we just need to define extensions with English to 404 that we count with the same log file name, and that will be split by using this method over there. Okay, I usually do -1 which will increment from the specific file name, and so we have to pass into the pass log files and check if status check log status is equals to 404 on that. If it is 404, it will directly give you the number of file extensions with 404 responses. Okay, so this one, this cell again, this we have 404 responses extensions over there. So we have around 1,21,442. 12,142 files over there. Add.html extensions. So coming to the next question, expand or transfer over. Okay, we just need to calculate how bandwidth transfer per day and the when we define the month of July. So you just declare in bandwidth underscore July. Before it takes me, we actually pass the July, we pass in total, and again beginning without pass the logs for pass the log content. So we are declaring and we're defining the date time we usually treat it out of time. If date time equals to 7, July 7, if statement usually the condition of the month and the year, and we pass it date string. So if for the following entries will be, so we will just see what happens. It's perfect. And sample bandwidth transfer per day by the July month is with the different figure that will be very good. Okay. The second and last last question is we just need to calculate hourly request distribution. How many request distribution will be encountered? Set. So first of all, we have to define our distribution vector. So we just need to count the time we same fast with 5 minutes. So we just need to answer how many request distribution have been encountered typically. So this is for this okay. So now once we do expression, we just need to explain we just need to fetch top 10 most requested file names that have been used in that particular set. We just need to define a file which we got already as to count on the file name, and we just need to pass the pass of files. If we counted in that file name, we need to fetch common one, and by declaring a file name and passing it to the integer 10, because we need about 10 requested file names over there. So by running this cell, we will get all 10 most requested file names and reversal them output. Okay. this is the most requested finding. They have been collected. So the last question is HTTP response code distribution. So we just need to find how many HTTP response code distribution. So just check the status of distribution. Again, count and pass it to the status and then we get pass the distribution. So we just need to pass it with dictionary. To do that, we just need the status of the HTTP response code distribution. So in this, we will get the response code distribution of HTTP. This HTTP response code distribution. So this is all about. If I have encountered or have been answered all questions that have been asked on assessment in the website analysis and analyzing the behavior data. Was glad and very wonderful journey, very up and down situation. So that last but the least over there. So I have been prepared a visualization view. So group power things and recorded my upload for data visualization things. And so for visualization, let's say. So it's all about myself. Thank you.